your basketball career might not have been, as illustrious as like some of the others, but you were still captain and you were still like kind of leading them, and you guys had really great success. And, I kind of find myself in the same boat where it's like, I'm not the best at this or that, but you surround yourself with people who are really amazing. And do you think that kind of shaped how you were kind of able to grow? And, because you started at Russell Westbrook Enterprises, but you weren't president at the time, but now you've become that and you're CEO of a new company. And, how would you say that leading teams like that kind of translated to the success you have today?
I think it plays a big part, really. And first off, I think my parents gave me a lot of confidence growing up that I was able to translate into basketball. And I think just that confidence, you kind of get respect in the locker room. You help people to have that confidence in themselves, believe in a bigger picture than only, once you're in college, everybody's just trying to play to get to the pros. So it's everybody may not buy into the system of like what Coach Calhoun wants. I actually just seen Coach Calhoun at Kimba's wedding last month, and he put me aside and he was like, "Thank you for what you did for the 2011 team. Like, we don't win that championship without your leadership." So things like that mean a lot. And before working with Russ, I probably had 50 other jobs. Most recently, I worked at a boutique wealth management firm before working with them. And so I always tell people about my journey is that it's easy to kind of look at Russ and I. We've been I would say close friends since I was 13 years old, to see that he made it to the NBA and then he just gave a job to a close friend. And, we're just trying to build this thing that's typical for athletes. But I didn't start working with Russ until his 10th season into the NBA, right? Yeah. So, it was about me really building myself up. The plan was never for us to kind of work together. It was for me, it was always wanted to just add value from, afar. I didn't want him to fall into some of the traps that I've seen other athletes falling for. But within that, Russ is really smart about how he builds his community. I think he saw that I was putting a lot of value in myself, taking, what I'm doing very serious. And then always respected me as a friend and as somebody who has his best interest. So it kind of naturally happened. But I think the qualities that I took from, sports definitely translate to kind of what I'm doing today and how we run the company, how we start to drive vision and build camaraderie, not only internally on our teams, but with partners as well.